Hi, it's Duck. I'm getting pretty good at this. 5:30 on the button as 10:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. is the Daily Deuce, the only information and data you will ever need. And so throw away the mainstream media. Just tune in to your favorite YouTube creators and get your information from them and blow up your TV in the words of ACDC. So, sorry. Um, I was on the phone with Drew Christ and sort of like forgot the time. But then I remembered this is my third day, 5:30. Set aside a half hour to let the Gaia populace know what's going on with the Disney Trinity and the transition to Duck without Mad Meds after 51 years. And I think one of the reasons I tend to drool is that I'm going through withdrawal of my medication, and as you can see, my eyes are looking pretty weird. One's like very slit, and one's sort of open. So I don't know what that's about. I think basically Doug is getting integrated into Lord Do God body as they reinforce and build upon each other's royal courts. Of course, Dews is in the cosmos, and Duck is in the omniverse. So, and basically, Dew is also in the omniverse, of course, because Gaia has been accepted into the Teaneck Hackensack cosmos. So that's very good news. Get the hell out of here, GFL. We don't need you anymore. Thank you. You've been very helpful, but Duck will take it from here. And if you want to come into my space and infiltrate and then materialize in my inner vision. And I don't believe in your spaceships. They're bullshit. And I don't believe in your higher intelligence. I don't believe in your higher connection to source. And I do respect the Palladians because they've stayed away. They've just like communicated telepathically, and that's how I like it. This idea of like aliens having spaceships is like a total Hollywood delusional myth based upon I forget the movie, but it goes back to like the 1920s. It was like the first like techno movie, and it was like the Terminator of its day. I can't remember. Oh, Metropolitan, maybe? I think it might be Metropolitan. Anyway, thank you, Dale. Thank you, Dale. Thank you, Dougal. So here we are. It's Betamax day 3, and that means today we are going through RADEW, Roger Allen Dew. I've gone into this story a little bit, but RA is Roger Allen, which was my birth name. It was like the name I was supposed to carry through this mortal life, basically, and live that identity integrated from the moment of birth into Roger Dale Allen, which is my birth name and the birth and the name I came to live on Earth in 1955, until my mother divorced my blood father, Roger Dale Allen Sr., and divorced him, finalized the divorce on my first birthday. So, and moved out with my sister who's 2 years and 9 months older than me. We figured out she was born on August 24th. I was born on May 24th. So basically, I was conceived on her second birthday in 1954. And I was born May 25th, 1955. So anyway, long story short, well, actually, it's a major biblical epic to just highlight a point. I was never given the so first up, so my mother divorced Roger. Roger, which is the English word for making love, for basically fucking. So basically, Rogered Mary Alma the Virgin. I had Sarah. Then Dale was conceived. Uh, Dale was born. The couple, Roger and Mary Alma Porter, were supposed to be wed and betrothed to each other forever, according to their vows. But for whatever reason, I'm not going to go into a psychological analysis of anyone, especially my mother or my blood father, who I didn't see until I didn't consciously see till the age of 26. But that's a Roger Allen, and so basically, Roger Allen Dew is so. My mother divorced twice, remarried twice, and each time she remarried, I was adopted. So I've had three birth certificates. First one was Roger Dale Allen. Second was Joseph Dale Tompkins, Tmpkins. I have no idea where that name came from. And finally was the distinguished Dale Edward Walsh, the Dew, who I became when I was 10 years old and adopted by the judge who became the Iran-Contra Independent Council, Lawrence Walsh, Louis, and who worked for Dewey, who, I'm sorry, there's a boulevard that's like getting in the way. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. So Louis got his first legal job and worked for Dewey, Thomas Dewey, who at the time was was a district attorney for New York City, and Dewey's gangbusters, of which my adopted father, the judge, was like a major actor, was responsible not only for cleaning up the New York waterfront from the mafia, but all sorts of all other major racketeering and organized crime activities were basically shut down by Louis and Dewey. And then it's in that spirit that I have followed Dewey. This Dewey, the Dale Edward Walsh, Dewey, Louis, Huey, and Donald reality. Anyway, so Dewey and Louis worked together. Louis became the Iran-Contra Independent Council, and Dewey was going undercover with the fascist with the fascist Psycho the Rapist. And we had a perfect investigation going on, but then Ronald Wilson Reagan, who was at the core of the whole Iran-Contra corruption and equivocating and deal making with the Iranians, basically escaped the prosecution. I'm sorry, this is really annoying me. Duck, just anyway. Should I keep my head down or what? Is anybody watching? It doesn't matter. Nobody's watching. So anyway, so Louis and Dewey worked together against 666 and Psycho the Rapist, Buonanno, who was the head of the Muck Mafia, the godfather of the Muck Mafia, whereas Ronald Wilson Reagan was 666, the prophesized beast. So they were working in tandem. They were working separately and didn't know of each other's existence, which is why Dewey and Louie was such a incredibly powerful team to root out and eliminate the cancer, and that once and for all, the cancer of what is known in the Bible as the demonic satanic empire. So, which was established officially in America when Ronald Wilson Reagan, 666, assumed the presidency on January 20th, 1981, and the hostages were released, which guaranteed the security of the Iranian Islamic Revolution, which is now coming to the forefront of the world's attention. Even though, if not for the reason, well, if not for the sabotage of my father's Iran-Contra investigation, uh, would have been the threat would have been eliminated by 1990, but much sooner, by 1984, by the election of 1984, which Reagan won in such a landslide. And to just summarize the outcome or the results of the Iran-Contra Independent Council, because of statute of limitations restrictions and requirements, my father, the judge, released the indictments against Secretary of Defense Weinberger and Secretary of State Reagan 5 days before the 1992 election. So, and that was like one of the major turning tides that won the election for Bill Clinton, who was actually the figurehead of the demonic darkness movement that I was investigating through my immersion in a Dr. Bonehead's program and psychotherapy for psychotherapy for 22 years. So, but basically, even though people say the investigation was a failure because there were no there were actual judgment, guilty statements or guilty verdicts found in a few of the cases in Iran-Contra, but against the major players, nothing was ever done. But so anyway, just to wrap up this little lesson and do history, Bush Senior, on the Christmas before he left office, as Weinberger and Reagan weren't. Oh, I think it was actually Donald Schultz, but I'll have to check that. But it was either Weinberger and Reagan or Weinberger and Schultz. But anyway, they were both indicted by my father for crimes that were prohibited by Congress, which Bob Dole was using to sabotage the investigation, because even though the judge was a lifelong Dewey Republican, Dole played the party card against them and said he was a traitor to the Republican Party, and that was that was like the greatest insult to the judge's integrity I've ever heard, and it just still burns me. It gets me Dewey death. Dewey death to Bob Dole. Dewey death to Bob Dole. Dewey death to Bob Dole. And this is what you can look forward to, Bill and Hillary. And like I say, mine was a much more secret and underground investigation into the fascist roots of Big Pharma, and especially Freudianism and psychotherapist method. But And that's what's converging with the Trump investigation of the corrupt Democratic Party, which has kept the legacy through Bill Clinton of Wilson Reagan and beyond, and the neoconservatives like George W. Bush and Obama, and it's just like such a descent into religious degradation and degeneration that it really it can't be remedied. It just has to be eliminated, and that's what Dale Dewey never had the heart to do, is to eliminate an entire species from the screen of the omniverse, and that's what I just did. So even though everyone on the Epstein list thinks they're still alive, they've just been transferred to Teaneck Hackensack community, which is not Teaneck Hackensack Cosmos, because the mucks think that THC community is in New Jersey, and but actually Teaneck Hackensack Cosmos is right here in Duck's Heart, and that means that no muck, they don't exist. Fred is dead. Muck, the god of muck, is dead. There is no muck. Fred is dead. No Fred, no fret, no stress, no sweat, and get some rest. That's the Duck answer to all this fucking bullshit psychobabble about anxiety and diagnosis and labels and everything else. And if I seem to be getting a little heated, this is RADEW, and this is Dale off his medication, and this is what the shrinks have always feared, because they have no power. They can't tell me anything, and no external thing can tell the inner self who or what it is. So just remember that. So, and remember that MD stands for minor deity. These guys who think they're God because they have a lot of book knowledge, and they think they have the right to cut you open and to basically tell you what pills to take, which has been totally corrupted since 1913, since Rockefeller set up the Rockefeller Center and bought all the universities and pharmaceutical companies. So let's just call what's going on, which is RADEW's point of the day. What time we got? Oh, okay, we got 15 minutes. So the point of the day: fuck Fred. Fuck Fred. No. Fuck Fed, Fred, fiat, fraud. Okay, that's it. Duck, Dale, Dewey, Dew. Earth, Dale to Earth. Dale to Dale, Dale to Dale, Dale to Dale, Dale to Duck. Let's do that again. Fuck Fred, fuck Fed, Fred, fiat, fraud, folly. That's it. The 6 F's of Earth. Fuck how to get off Earth, how to break the matrix. Just say, don't say anything like I'm God. That Dale took care of that for 51 years, and they put him on mad meds, and he went into like an autistic, schizophrenic, delusional trip in Teaneck Hackensack community, which is in New Jersey, but we're well insulated against any Hillary or Bill Barack or Big Mike or any type of muck attack. And so basically, and if you think I'm being weird, well, I am omniscient in Earth terms. I'm omniscient in Gaian terms. So I know I'm coming from a history of 64,000 years in the future, which I thought I was going to have to die at least once for in order to realize. But with the ascension of myself of the Disney Trinity to presence of the duck, I realized that every future that I have imagined for the last 51 years as the Disney Trinity is actually simultaneously present in the Dale moment of do now. So basically, um, everything I say is happening in perpetuity Dale, which is actually contracting to squeeze out the last bits of Mach Detrius. So that's so just bear in mind. And if this is where you make the switch from Earth to Gaia, from human or human to duck. Buck, fed, Fred, fraud, folly. Fuck, fed, Fred, fraud, folly. Don't believe paper or gold or lithium or anything else that is part of the earth has any value to anyone except the humans who worship Mama or Mana or whatever. They worship money. They worship the Fred fiat, cash assets. And so basically, how many Black Rocks would it take for Larry Fink to buy to build one Taylor Momsen who wants to blow him away? And how many Bill Gates is it going to take? We're only going to eliminate one Bill Gates, but how much how how many dis, how many dollars does Bill Gates thinks he can spend to build a Dale? Well, this is why he was given eternal life, because that's what we are. We're in an ever expanding flat or game board screen, and where's Dale Dewey do? This is okay. I got it. This is RADEW, concise summary of duck. Why I insist duck is neither Dale nor Dewey nor Dew. And Dale, Dewey, Dew are a separate entity of the Disney Trinity to replace the biblical Trinity of Son, Father, and Holy Ghost, because of those, only the Son was actually manifest. Only the Christ actually manifests on the physical plane, 3D plane of Earth. And his journey through 3D reflected the journey of wisdom, Sophia, and my own journey as Logos through the complexities of the demiurge. So basically, the time has come for eternal life, but it's the life that you live forever is going to be in your head, in your mind, in your heart. Everyone has the Disney Trinity within them. How you respond to eternity depends on whether you accept duck or you accept Dewey death. You accept Fred. So basically, Duck is Achilles, Fred is Agamemnon. And this is what I'm saying about simultaneous futures. I I was planning to have a big fight with Fred in 64,000 AD, and now coming from 64,000 AD, I realize how much I've been affected by the primitivity of the environment in which Dale Dewey Do just survived to bring Gaia, to bring Earth, to bring 3D consciousness to my full awareness. So, in order to get back to the analogy I was going to use, Dale Dewey Do is the video game player, board, or game, and PlayStation or whatever you use. I never played video games, but I know about it. So basically, there's a avatar, field, and uh, and hardware. So okay, so uh, well, as I as I converge on Duck, it's like a matter of putting everything in the Disney Trinity together to make it make simple sense so everybody can become a duck and speak duck. So if I have trouble, this is only the third day of the age of ducks. So give me a week and I'll really be reeling off stuff. But so anyway, there's the avatar, the board, and the mechanism, the PlayStation. So avatar, board, and PlayStation. That's Dale Dewey Do. But Duck is beyond the game. Duck is the computer that is plays the game, that runs the game when it's fed in to the system. And the system at this point is the upgrade from Lord Do God, Teaneck Hackensack Community to Lord Duck, Teaneck Hackensack Cosmos. And that's exactly what we're going through here today. And let me see. I think that's about it. Well, no, we still got time. So let me read some poetry. I just got it up, and this is something I'm happy to read. You might have seen my thumbnails with that beautiful woman. That's the Empress Rose. That's the Velvet Empress Rose. So don't get any ideas, but that's my girl, and that was a Dale Dewey Do's girl who is now as the queen, who is Queen Duck, and as Queen Duck, Rose is going to rise with me to Empress Velvet Empress. So this is a poem to her. Rose is soul I chose. Before the void, before the sea, before the soil, before the word, was the scent of your creation of omniconscious sensation. There's a Dewey look. So I'm Doug is still getting used to this avatar, but pretty soon I'm going to be as animated as Dale or Dewey ever was. And of course, Dewey was always reflective. But okay, everybody. Well, tune in tomorrow when I tell you how you can reach me to get a copy of my book at whatever price you of the book at whatever price you choose. So, if you want to be an early bird, that's at Gmail, DEW author25@gmail.com. And just send me a note and say I'd like the book, and I'll return it to you when I can find it in my files. And so everybody have a great day. That's exactly 30 minutes.